And one thing for someone who's getting their house made for the first time and is looking for a good designer and architect to come on board, what is the one thing that they should be looking uh, to ask a designer? What are the type of questions that they should
So there are
ask?
a lot of questions that you need to ask. You can't say one thing here because you need to do your homework before you hire a designer or an architect for simple reasons that you're putting a lot of money on that faith, and a lot of emotions. And all your, if it's a home, all your family members will get involved. If it's your commercial venture, then you already have calculated how much money you want to put in and how much is the, so investment versus the ROI is already calculated in your mind. But if it goes wrong, it pains, not just monetarily, but also emotionally. So when it comes to hiring an architect or an interior designer, I would say it's very, very important to do your homework for anybody who's hiring it. You need to review what kind of reviews the person has, who's worked with that person, what kind of design language the architect is following, what has been the deliverables, what are the timelines, is the tag followed or not. There are just innumerous things you need to know about the designer. So it's as simple as that. When you say, God forbid, but if you go for a surgery, won't you just think about a doctor, just go and get a surgery done, or do you do your homework very well? You would talk to people, you would get reviews, you would, ask anybody and everybody, you will know their fees, you know everything about the doctor. Yeah, so that's the same with an architect. It's just a different profession. So it's very important to do the homework. You can't just rely on anybody and everybody. The person may just be very good, but just being a good person is not enough. You need to be good as an architect or a designer. You need to have the professional ethics. You need to know what to do. You need to know how to get the work done only. So I know stories where things have gone very, very wrong.
Because this process is not informed.
Yes. Very, very wrong. I mean, day before yesterday also we heard a story and literally we felt so bad about it. So very bad about it. Ki just because an architect made a mistake, the client ran into losses worth crores.
Oh.
So it's very, very disheartening कि ऐसा भी होता है. And it's not, you know, हमने क्या किया? हमने एक गलती की तो हम क्लाइंट के इमोशंस के साथ खेले, ए बी उसके पैसे के साथ खेले, 3 जितना हमने मटेरियल लगाया हमने मदर अर्थ के साथ क्या किया, सब बेकार कर दिया. So it's not right. I don't know. It's just not right morally also.
It's very painful.
It's very painful. अभी 2 दिन पहले we were with a client and it's a very sad story.
And especially then with the wrong construction, it can lead to a lot of hassles in addition to what you said. It's also the mental, emotional.
So I'll share this story. I'll not name the architect. There is this showroom that we are doing, and he had 2 floors of showroom and 2 floors which he wanted to rent. The architect had built the building, and we were doing the designing. And actually, the architect was supposed to give the design. उनकी कोई लड़ाई हो गई architects के पास. They came to us, and we gave the designs. इंटीरियर डिजाइन हो रहा है, सब इम्प्लीमेंट हो गया, उनका मुहूर्त है 1 महीने में अभी था. And the building tilted by 6 inches. And because we were not doing the architecture there, so we were not even knowing anything about the structure or anything. हम तो सिर्फ 2 फ्लोर्स का डिजाइन कर रहे थे. 3 दिन बाद उनका फोन आया कि बिल्डिंग 12 इंच टिल्ट हो गई है. It is so risky. मतलब it's so very risky. अब जब उन्होंने स्ट्रक्चरल इंजीनियर को वहां बुलाया तो स्ट्रक्चरल इंजीनियर ने बोला ये बिल्डिंग टूटेगी कोई. उनका मुहूर्त है 1 महीने में, इंटीरियर पूरा हो चुका है, फसाद पर पूरा पेंट हो चुका है, बिल्कुल एब्सोल्युटली द फर्नीचर इज रेडी, लास्ट काम चल रहे थे उनके. सो नाउ इमेजिन द पेन. जो उनका शोरूम है 1 साल से बंद है बिकॉज बिल्डिंग बन रही थी ऑलमोस्ट 1.5 years से. And the loss that they have incurred in 1.5 years. Now the building will break and it's another process of at least a year or more. So अब वो 2 दिन पहले हमारे पास आए हुए थे, बैठे हुए थे. They had a lot to say about their architect, and the lady was crying. You know, genuinely बड़ा दुख होता है कि मतलब why did the architect do this only? मतलब if he had no knowledge, he shouldn't have done it. And now they came to us and they said कि मैम ये पूरा आप अपने हाथ से बनाओगे, आपकी responsibility पे. Now we'll take up because we have a lot of architects on board and a lot of structural engineers on board. So now we are redoing that. अब वो building टूट रही है, अब वो rebuild होगी. So 3 साल loss उस बंदे का, the emotion is मतलब उसकी तो कोई हद ही नहीं है.
I genuinely cannot even try and imagine उनके अंदर से उनके अंदर क्या जा रहा होगा.
Correct.
And you know, financial loss is one part of it. It's the emotional.
It's the emotional burden, and also it's not fair to earth. मतलब हम बनाते हैं सब कुछ और उसके बाद तोड़ देते हैं. It's not fair. So I always keep telling my clients कि अगर आपके आर्किटेक्ट ने या इंटीरियर डिजाइनर ने कुछ गलत भी किया और आप मेरे पास आए हो ना, तोड़ने के लिए मत बोलो. We'll probably do something so that you can rectify it or make it look beautiful. Let it be. Just when you first decided on that architect, you first decided on that tile, you liked it. Now that people have started telling you it's not nice, ye bekar hai, ye wo hai, so it's gone into your head. But at the first instance, you liked it. So let's not break it. Let's do something which can enhance it.
That's a beautiful approach.
Yeah, I mean, क्यों नुकसान करना ना. एक तो नुकसान करो, ऊपर से कितना दुखता है उस बंदे को जो अपना पैसा लगाता है उस पर.
That is very true.